Defining Hope is a powerful documentary which follows 8 patients with life-threatening illnesses and some of the extraordinary nurses who care for them. The film focuses on a critical but often hidden aspect of medicine, death and dying. And it shines a light on hospice and palliative care, approaches that, far from signaling a giving up on life, actually empower the patients and their loved ones and make their lives even more worth living. Here's a look.
If someone says, you're going to go now, or you got 4 months, I would take the 4 months. That would be like a whole life.
This was my mom's 21st birthday.
This is when she first came to this country. That's me. So I just keep moving.
I've always wanted to do it. So tomorrow I get chemo, and today I'm going to bike ride.
I think you have to appreciate life before you can appreciate death.
You're not afraid.
We're all afraid of dying.
5 months, 6 months, I don't care. I'm here now.
And joining us now are Carolyn Jones, the director and executive producer of Defining Hope, and Diane Ryan, who features prominently in the documentary. Welcome, both of you. It's a real pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
So, Carolyn, first what made you want to make a film dealing with a subject that most of us don't ever want to think about, death and dying?
It was a journey. So this film began with a project that I did called The American Nurse, and I interviewed nurses all across the country for a book and a film called The American Nurse, Healing America. And as I went across the country talking to nurses, the conversation about end of life kept popping up. And nurses were telling me that we weren't dying very well. One nurse said to me that Americans think that death is optional. And I started to think about it, and I think it's true.
It's true. It is true.
I think that we kind of think we can buy ourselves out of this piece of business, and we can't. So I decided I wanted to do a film that really addressed end-of-life issues and how people were dealing with it.
Did your own ideas about death and dying change in the course of making the film?
Oh my goodness, I have to say yes. I started off thinking that we had kind of a social responsibility as members of society to kind of know when our card was up, to know when it was time to stop the next treatment or, the next procedure. And, I discovered over and over that that moment doesn't come. The will to live is an amazing thing. And so I started to realize that we have to respect each and every person's choice along the way.
Diane, one reviewer of the documentary commented that your commitment to your work and the sense of fulfillment it obviously gives you comes through powerfully in your interviews and in your interaction with your patients. What is it about this work that so motivates you in such a wonderful, positive way?
Because I think it's real. It's all so real. And I think what I like about it is because you're seeing people in their own real state about making decisions. And I think that I enjoy being there as an advocate and listening to them and sharing. They don't know that I'm sick. They never knew I was sick, but I love the fact that I was able to be there for them, and I love that support that I could give them.
So in the course of making the film, ovarian cancer, which you had beaten before, came back. How did that affect your work with your patients, or did it?
Tremendously.
Talk about
It absolutely, having cancer before tremendously changed my whole view and my whole way I treat patients. And I think one is because of pain. It became the pain and the way I want to die. And I think that really became such a really way of caring for them, the way I want to be cared for, because I know how sick I was. And I think that when I came back after being sick, I was very different.
And how are you doing now?
I'm actually doing okay. I'm beating it again, but I'm going to keep going.
Carolyn, the thing that really comes through in the film is that there's a power when a patient has control over the process of death and of dying. It's a liberation, it's a freedom, it's a choice that they make. But how do you make sure that a patient makes a decision about when not to use the latest technology because that's what they want, rather than because they're afraid of being a burden to their families?
Well, it's a great question. I think that the will to live trumps every other decision. So I think at the end of life, people are thinking of so many different things, but what makes life worth living is what drives them in the end. So I don't think people, and you should speak to this more than I really, because Diane has experience on a daily basis with patients, but from the people that I met, I didn't find people making decisions in that way because they were a burden. If there was a will to live, live, it kicked in. I think the more important question is really, are we listening to the patients? Or are we doing what we think is right for our loved ones?
And when you say we, you mean our loved ones or the medical profession?
Both. I think family members really first and foremost, because very often the family will have a desire for a family member that the patient really doesn't have.
Your experience, Diane, that the patients and their families are making the decisions on the right basis?
I actually think that there is always a controversy with the families. The families are still afraid when they see their loved ones dying they don't want to see them die. So what they do is they're trying every means possible. Yeah. And that's the unfortunate part, because we've already tried every means, and now the patient is saying what they want, but the family is saying, and there's still a bit of tension there, and they're not quite understanding that this is what the patient wants. It's really not up to them anymore. And I think it's the children or the family. It's very hard for them to let go.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, and Diane, thank you so much, and good luck to both of you. It's a wonderful film.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Defining Hope premieres April 5th on WLIW at 10 p.m., and you can catch it again on April 7th at 5 p.m.